very excited to have another Stitch Along Friday.
Good morning.
And Lisa's here, even during her vacation. I can't
That's
believe
right.
it.
I've come out during my vacation.
Oh no, we're going to have the same issue again.
Yeah.
So what did we do last time again? Oh no, here they are. Okay, good. We're doing good. It's all ready to go, so that's good. The comments are there.
Let's hope. I can't remember. Wasn't it dashboard or something like that?
I think we did something up there, yes.
Yeah, I think something along there. But
looks like we've got a couple of viewers already on board, and
Good morning.
Welcome to you all. Those of you who are just joining us, we've actually only just started.
That's right. Yes, it is now 9:31
here on the Pacific Northwest.
That's right. And it is working. And Elaine is the first one. Good morning, Elaine.
Elaine, are you always the first one anywhere? Because, you know, Richard and I met at the ferry because we go to the ferry back and forth. And the day that we met, I was standing there already waiting in the lineup for a breakfast at the cafeteria, right? And I knew a way to get there faster than anyone, I thought. And just as I was standing, turned around, in comes Richard, and he's loping very quickly. And he said, the first thing he said was, hey, wait a minute, I'm always the first one there.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm always the first one there. We like our little efficiency things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Good morning to all of you, and good morning to you, Elaine. Thank you for joining us. Yep, she's always first too. Yeah. See, we're always you know, right there on the spot. Good morning, Joy Skripnik. Good morning from chilly and overcast Sundridge. I thought it was said Sturbridge.
Ontario.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good view of in this eye, but for some reason the lights make me want to squint still.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one that got cataract surgery.
I think I moved that one over a little bit so it wasn't right in your eye.
Oh,
last
maybe
time.
you did that. That's right.
Did.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope it's not permanent.
Let me just see if that works again.
I did go to the ophthalmologist yesterday, and I heard, yeah, that's lots better. Thank you. And he said that it's everything's perfect.
Good.
As far as that's concerned. And I had a test. Oh, it's the funniest thing. The nurse comes in first and does a test, an eye test. And she said, put your hand over your other eye. And I said, okay. And then she says, go and look at the wall. And how, you know, can you read those letters? Well, hello. I had my glasses on. I said, well, sort of. But, you know, now I need my new glasses because this eye was operated on. She says, yes, I know. So, okay, so it's somebody else. Take off your glasses. So I said, okay, I'll take off my glasses. And then I looked, and I couldn't see anything because this eye now, which is my new eye, can see really well up close. Guess why? I want to stitch.
Yeah.
Without glasses. Yeah. And most people want to look far off.
Yes.
And so
You're
the girl,
opposite.
And the girl could not get it. Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yeah.
I said, no. So finally somebody said, get the reading thing or whatever. And I looked at it this close up and I could see everything. The tiniest print I could see. It was so good to know that. I don't know if any of you are interested. Sorry, went off.
Yeah.
Went off on a tangent.
That's good.
Yeah, it was really lovely. Janet says, good morning from Sundridge, not Sturbridge.
Yeah.
Tammy, howdy, grocery shopping. Oh, that's good. Oh, they decided to take a day, so you had to take your children everywhere. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Well, good for you for having some instruction for them. There must be something to be able to be so multitasky as you are. Good morning, Sandy. Hi, Mary Widowitz. You're here. Kathleen, Loretta, Vicky Fisher, Milady Victoria. I haven't seen you for a little while. Nice to see you.
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah, Donna from cloudy Chile.
Yeah.
Actually, this morning I went out without a sweater or a coat for my morning walk.
Oh.
So it was warm.
I did put on my Gore-Tex this morning when I walked the dogs, but I did put the fleece on under it. So.
Oh. Yeah, but you're colder than I am.
I am, yes.
Tricia McKenzie is here. Hi, sweetie. Jillian Burst, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Wanda Sikowski is here. Suzanne Healy, hello. Yes, and everyone watching, exactly. Lots of hearts. Hello from sunny and hot Florida. I'm so happy you're here too, Suzanne. And I'm so happy Lisa's here.
Yeah.
everybody. Lisa came in during her vacation again.
Yeah, I did, exactly. What's really funny is the alarm went off this morning and it's like, no, I'm not done vacation. It's like, oh, I got to get up anyways. So I got up and did my usual routine and walked the dogs and went, okay, I'm not sure if I feel like I'm still on vacation or if I'm going to work. So.
Well, you've been a busy girl this week
I
anyway. And
I
going
have,
up
yeah.
to see your mom and dad was really important.
Yeah, that's right. I had a good drive, 2.5 hour drive. Actually, luckily my sister drove, so I just was a passenger.
That's wonderful. So
yes.
you could relax a bit.
That's right. And she's a really good driver and she drives fast. So we made it up there in 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is normally for me is 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, and I think on the way home it was pretty good time too. So.
Well, and the thing is that Lisa's parents are going through some changes, and her dad has gone into care because of his Alzheimer's, and her mom is changing houses.
That's right,
so
exactly.
If you don't see them very often, it's so important that they stay connected with you.
That's right, exactly, yes. Yeah, and I think, my dad knew who we were after about 10 minutes.
Which is pretty good when you've got your mask on.
Yes, that's right, exactly. We had to wear a mask, although when I was in his room, I took it down, so I wanted him to see my face.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the stories that I hear about during this time when everyone's staying apart, the old people, they're the ones that don't know what's going on anymore, maybe, and they're the ones that I really care, I really think about those people, because they can't be told what's going on, right? Yeah. And sometimes even young children can't be told or don't understand.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how quickly it's progressed during this COVID time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Carol Reed is here from hot Florida. Well, that's nice. Tanya Kelly is here from Arkansas. Loretta says, great news. I think that was about my eye, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you. Yes, it is actually really good news. It's just my eye keeps closing and I don't want it to, but I can't help it. And my other eye is wide open. I know. Don't look at my eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Kathy Mugg says hello to you. Kathleen, I can read without my glasses, but I can't see faces as a group without the glasses since my surgery. Well, this is the way it goes, we get what we can, and the fact is we have no say over how those new lenses work.
No, absolutely. Hola, Marley.
Oh dear. Good afternoon to you too. And Jennifer Gowan, getting a haircut, first time in over a year. Now that you got your second shot, good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah. We've been getting haircuts anyway with our masks on, but I can understand if you're in any way compromised, you want to make sure that you're okay. Mm-hmm. So glad for you, Jennifer. Tammy says, my girls are at their grandma's. Lucky you. Becky, good morning. Barbara Lutomerska, good morning. Jean Morrison, good morning from Atlanta. And Milady says, I'm sorry. Milady says, I'm sorry about my absence. I had a couple of deaths in the family recently. So sorry for that, and condolences to you and your whole family. It's not an easy time. Donna Grange says, my hair cutting place closed, so I'm looking for a new place. I got all of the equipment to do hair cutting, at least hair cutting for Richard, so that, he could look better and my hair could grow out. I remember this last year. I got all the equipment. I started cutting his hair and I went, no, I don't think I can do this without some training.
Of cutting as with Hardanger.
No, it's cutting Hardanger.
We'll just do it straight along here.
Very straight.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know there's tricks, and I've watched YouTube videos trying to get prepared, but my hands just didn't have the right hold of the equipment. And you don't want to wreck somebody's hair. Anyway, I stopped doing it altogether. All the equipment's still there. Mm-hmm. Suzanne says, thank you for being here, Lisa.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Yeah. Kathleen, that happened to me also, but I did try a new hairdresser last month. Yeah, and me too. I lost mine too, and I tried one hairdresser. I was not a happy camper. Way too short. But it's grown out about, I think, almost 6 weeks now. And now I'm going to go to Lisa's hairdresser next. And see what she can make of my hairdo.
Have you called her already?
I've already got an appointment.
You do?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Somewhere in June, forgotten, but the beginning of June. So I'm hoping that I found a new one, because not only is she a friend of Lisa's, but also she's extremely close,
Yes, she is,
you
and
know, to
actually,
me.
I had her, she's been doing my hair since 1986.
Yeah,
So I've known her for a long, long time.
yeah, you have.
Yeah.
And did you hear our nail tech is moving with her
I
mother to
I
Sydney?
did,
Now
yes.
that's good for
That's
me.
good. Actually, it's good for me too
Oh, good.
because
Because
it's only going to be what, a 15-minute drive from here to there. So rather than the 40-minute drive to get to her during work days.
during work
So
days, exactly. Well, I'm thrilled because,
mhm.
I had to go all the way down to where you live.
So well, that's right, and it's a 40-minute drive.
I know.
It,
Oh dear. It's rainy, yes, on your upcoming. Thank you, Veronica Giusetti. Will the Academy courses continue? Aren't you prescient?
oh,
We were just talking about
absolutely.
that earlier.
We were.
We're going to
Yes.
talk about the Academy as soon as we say hello to
Mm-hmm.
everyone that's come in,
Mm-hmm.
because we want to, but
Yes.
we need students to know and tell
Yes.
us what they want.
Absolutely.
Because it looks to me like the Academy needs to have a little influx of enthusiasm.
Yes, it does.
It really
Yeah.
does. So, hello, ladies, says Louise Fossa. Brenda's from Ontario. Hello, everybody. Finally managed to come in. Hope we're all, yes, we're
Yeah.
all well. Beverly, Pat Henke, thank you so much for joining us. And I know there will be more people, but for
Yes.
now, we've gotten to the end of
Good.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to talk about the Academy?
Sure, let's talk about the Academy.
Because we have a Stitch of the Week as well.
We do. That's right. Which will be on not in the well, it is in the Academy as well.
Yes, much bigger explanation for it
In
there,
the
though.
Academy.
Mhm.
That's right. But I think what we want to know is, are people interested in taking courses through the Academy?
Exactly. We have had a number of people who have joined our
Mhm.
academy and have actually taken lots of courses.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there are some, definitely, but in order for the academy to be viable for us, we need to also include more other kinds
That's right.
of courses.
Yes.
And frankly, the courses take a long time for us to
To
create.
produce.
Yes.
Because
we're doing videos, we have to do all the stitching
Yeah.
for the videos.
And then all the finishing for it.
And the explanations for it.
It's labor intensive.
And so if we decide that we're going to do that together as a kind of like, I don't know, as a, not necessarily business, but it still has to be business for us to do it and to work it out. If we decide to do that, then we would, make a course only on demand.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that, we put something out there and wait for people to come in, and maybe they'll join us, maybe they won't. That can get really frustrating and also very kind of disheartening.
That's right. When people don't want to take that course that you've worked so hard to prepare. And so we need ideas of what type of courses would you be interested in taking.
Yes, that would be a really good thing to know. And I think I'll do a poll in the group later, but for now I just wanted to chat about it a bit. And we also need to have like a pre-registration that you wait for it could be as much as 4 to 6 months.
Yes.
So that the course itself is pre-sold, then we make it.
That's right.
Because there's almost no guarantee that we're going to get our time back for sure. And we don't want to do things. If you can learn something some other way or some other how, that's fine. We don't mind. We don't have to do courses.
Yeah.
But it sure would be nice to know, if people are interested, what kind of courses, or like, would you want a course that's dependent on a project, on certain projects? Or would you rather have a more general course as to how to do some pulled work, for instance, a number of different pulled work stitches, or how to do all the various different ways of working hem stitching or drawn thread, whichever you want to call it. Oh, and then do a variety just of those stitches, not as part of a project, but as part of just generally learning. So those would be shorter courses and not quite so intensive for us to make. And then what other kind of courses can we have? Well, let's look and see if there's anybody.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see if anybody has said any suggestions since we've been talking. Okay, so Veronica, thank you for your congratulations. And okay, here we go. finally managed to get in. Hello,
Yeah.
Ellen Meldrum. Good morning. And Veronica says a big heart. Thank you. Brenda Licklier is here. Yay. Karen Peterson is here. Will you continue your retreats? And that's another one.
That's another,
Exactly. Well, we have been discussing
Yes.
Only. No
Yes.
reservations
Yeah.
are made yet.
No.
Possibly spring of next year. And if that's the case, if that flies, and we can again pre-register people
Yeah.
before we start making any money commitments, then we'll consider it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. The accessory packs are an arm of the business that really took up about half our time.
That's right.
You may not know this, but we have, and those of you who have been here could have seen it. The back room is filled with raw materials. And in order to order for the raw materials and not over order or under order, we have this ordering app that was created for us years ago by Gabor. And that is okay, but it's not foolproof. So we also have to anticipate holidays and all that raw materials inventory. We have to manage it. We have to pull when the kit makers are going to make their kits.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go out to the kit maker. They come back. We have to put it all back. There's an enormous amount of head scratching
absolutely
and work involved in accessory
and
packs.
work, and suppliers, especially during COVID,
It was horrible.
Have been delayed in sending. So
yeah, and I'm not going to say every supplier, because and any supplier that did delay, it's understandable.
Absolutely,
there was no blame.
Yeah,
just from our point of view, we were really getting frustrated also. So that's the arm of the business, the big arm that is actually closing down. That we just haven't got. I haven't got the energy anymore for any of that. But there are other things that will continue, and that includes leaflets.
Yeah.
Online for the time being. That may not continue either, but we'll see how possible it is financially. Like, if we're open, we have overhead.
Yeah.
So if that overhead gets, including our time.
That's right. Absolutely.
If that gets covered, we're fine.
Yes.
And I wouldn't mind continuing. But so far, it's just the accessory packs, and I may not be designing on schedule. But I think I do want to design a little bit.
Well, I can't see you not designing.
I just love it.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited that I got to,
You like that creative part of it. And that's what we want to continue, is the creative part of it.
Yeah, I do. And that's actually why the business was started in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
It was actually, I remember Richard saying, okay, we're going to do a business that's a vehicle for Thea's designs. It isn't, let's start a business, then the business is what it is. And, Thea, can you also make some designs? That would be good. We can sell those.
Yes.
Originally, it was meant as an outlet. Anyway, so it's the accessory packs that we're most focused on right now, and I want to thank you so much. You missed the drama. We have had enormous response of Shopify, and many of our app packs are gone.
Yes.
So I know you saw it online a little bit, but boy,
I did.
When you see the inventory boxes, a lot of them are empty.
Yeah. Yes, but they will be filled up again because we have orders coming in. So
we do have some raw materials coming in, and we are going to make them, and that will be the last time we make
anything.
But so there's still a chance.
Yes.
We have a big long list of packs that we were going to make, and there was quite a few of them.
There we are. So
we hope that the next time we let the mailing list know, there will be packs on the website that, it's going to be a free-for-all. I know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Those of you who want one are going to have to make sure that you're fast, because it's amazing how our shop owners and our people who are stitchers want the last ones.
Yes, that's right.
I know there was a whole couple of people, they were asking about, can we have 40 of the what's it called again?
Stitch and Witches or Scary Stitches?
No, Stitch and Witches act packs. I said, well, I don't know. I know we're making them, but I don't know how many.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, they can be gone in one order.
Absolutely.
So I just want to reiterate, we will let you know as soon as we have enough to put on the website of certain ones. and then it'll be a free for all, and then
Yeah.
we'll get another batch together,
Yeah.
and then we'll let you know, and then, so be on the mailing list. Okay,
Absolutely.
I got sidetracked.
You did. We were talking about retreats, and it's a possibility, but we'll let you know, Karen. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about the retreats and the academy, they are do two different things, but
Yeah.
they do involve teaching.
Teaching. Absolutely.
So we're back to the academy.
That's right. Yes.
Thanks
And
for bringing me back.
That bring you back. Suzanne says she wants to continue learning through the academy. She has 3 levels to stitch.
Awesome.
I would say, Suzanne, is, yes, the academy will be continuing. So if you want those 3 levels, don't
Sign up.
sign up. Yes.
Yeah, and the thing is that we have committed to a year
Yes.
from your sign up to still continue to pay that
Absolutely.
because we have to pay for a subscription to the place where you go for those
Yes.
classes. So we're going to be making the decision to continue the academy or not over the next couple of months.
That's right.
So you've got a couple of months to decide. But once we decide to close it, we'll actually close it for registrations, new registrations, but we'll keep it open for the required year.
That's right.
I mean, fair is fair.
Exactly. So if you want to take those last 3 levels, Suzanne, register.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And Elsa Delog is here from Asia.
Hello.
Hello. I thought the Academy courses were pre-recorded and always available. Very well said, Veronica. They are pre-recorded.
They are.
And they will be available for a year after your registration.
Exactly. They aren't always available.
No, we couldn't do that. We'd end up having to, until I die, have to pay for that platform.
Mm-hmm.
And the platform is the place where you go to look at your courses and where we deliver them. There will also be a possibility of doing live classes as well. But that place is for videos that would be used in the live classes.
Absolutely.
So Suzanne is interested in the spring retreat. Yay!
Good. Jennifer wants a vote for a variety of stitches. So you kind of want a project then with a variety of stitches.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a project you want or just to learn the stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could do a block of that kind of stitch or a block of another stitch, and that means it's kind of like dictionary or
exactly. But that's kind of what the Beyond Cross Stitch is, anyways.
But it's also cross stitch itself.
Well, that's true.
You're doing all the cross stitch as well.
There's one specialty stitch per basically design.
There is, and that Beyond Cross Stitch is awesome for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't cover all the stitches.
No,
it doesn't.
Definitely not.
60 things, but still not everything. And also, if you want something at the end of it, you do have to do the picture or the cross stitch around it in order to end up with something.
Yes.
So I was thinking that maybe a course that just focuses on a stitch. Like if you do all the variety of different ways of doing, say, 6 pulled thread stitches in a block. In other words, it's about the stitches, not about the design.
And not about making it into anything.
Right.
Either.
Right. So is that what you mean?
Yes.
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Definitely interested in different hem stitches and pulled thread work. Thank you, Ellen.
Yes, but you'll find some of those in the level 4 course as well, because that's our hem stitching and pulled thread work.
Level 4 is awesome, and I really love it, especially for beginners, but I know that there's more advanced hem stitching and drawn thread and pulled work, and I understand where you're probably coming from, which is a little bit more advanced. Brenda Lichlier says, fingers crossed, my needle workshop will be able to get the gingerbread hollow act pack in. Yes, fingers crossed as well. Or you can order it when we announce it.
Absolutely.
Jeanette says, good morning. Gail says, I do love your designs. Thank you, Gail. Juliet, great. I didn't get my accessory pack, says Juliet. Elaine says, let everyone know that we are working through the orders in sequence as fast as we can to get the parcel shipped out.
Absolutely, yes. That's a good point, Elaine.
Thank you, Elaine. That's great. Elaine works with us in the office, and she spent 2 full days packaging orders and shipping them out via our Canada Post. We are still not through the first day where I announced the retirement.
That's right.
That's how many orders there are. So please be patient.
Yes.
We would love it if we could get them all out at once, but we only have two
Two
people
people.
working, and they're working flat out doing shipping.
And I
so-
wasn't here.
I know it's awful. Pat Hankey would like to continue in the academy. Thank you, Pat. Suzanne says, I will register for the last 3 courses that I want to stitch right away. Yay!
Good.
That was a really
Yeah.
good advice. Jennifer, just to learn. Okay, gotcha. In other words, you don't need the project. You want to learn the stitches themselves.
Mhm.
And you know what I like about stitches? I don't know if we've actually done very much of this, but is the history.
Yes. Yeah, we can include that as well.
You know, when you're talking about the stitch itself, you want to talk about the techniques and the various different ways you can do it. There is no one way to do a stitch.
No, there's not.
Right? You can start at the left, you can start at the right, you can start at the... I mean, there's all sorts of ways. So it would be nice to be able to go into in-depth stitches rather than have the design be the focus, have the stitches be the focus. That would be interesting. And Suzanne says, you're doing a great job, Elaine. Everyone helping you. Absolutely. Yes, Kathleen is here as well and was working Monday and Tuesday, and Elaine was working Wednesday and Thursday. And by the way, Kathleen came in voluntarily on Wednesday and did an extra day.
Oh,
and
did she?
Worked with Elaine
okay.
for that day. So,
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Sorry, I love learning new specialty stitches. Not necessarily a new project. Perfect, Jennifer. Thank you.
Yep.
Good to see you too, Susanna. So anyway, I don't see more than 2 or 3 people interested in the academy.
Yeah.
In this group of 44 people,
Yeah.
so that is about 10%.
Thereabouts.
Thereabouts. So if I think of our mailing list, which is, I think we have about 6,000 people on our mailing list now that are, want to get an email. Then if 10% of those 6,000 people actually do want the academy, we'll keep it. But we just don't know yet. So thank you for letting us know whether you're interested in the academy and what kinds of things you like. Really appreciate it. Holly says, I had placed an order through my local shop before your announcement. She said it still hasn't shipped. I'm trying to be patient. Yes. Well, Holly, thank you so much for your patience. And if you can wait for your shop owner, she may also not be able to get the actual pack. It depends on whether she actually ordered right away or whether she waited a few days because so many things didn't go through. So sorry about that. I know that there's other ways you can get some of those packs though. Sometimes they're sold from other stores. You can go online. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can get the packs or the materials that are in the packs. You can buy them separately.
Absolutely.
Okay. Patty England Dag made it. Yay. We're now going to do the stitch of the week.
We are. Okay. And the stitch of the week is a pulled stitch, and it's a 4-sided pulled stitch. It's a fun stitch to do. It's from level 4, number 1.
I'm doing the show and tell.
You're going to do the show and tell, okay? And the pulled work, let's see if I get up close.
Is at the top there.
At the top, right there.
There. Oh, there.
I had it.
Yeah.
I kind of had it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you. Yeah, well, this is a really interesting piece that you made.
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
did make this.
And we put all of level 4
Level 4, the Christmas
colors,
yes.
and put it in a beautiful wall hanging, which actually should have at the back. You can see that it should have bell pull hardware in it to hold it, and there's bell pull hardware at the bottom. But these were stripped out, so all you see now is the wall hanging itself. So nicely done. Level 4. This one will be out quite a few times over the next few stitch-alongs because, believe it or not, there are actually 2 stitches in level 4.
That's
number
right.
1.
One is the pulled work, and the other one is the hem stitching.
Exactly. So those will be in detail on the academy, in the academy, that one. But there is also going to be a very short version of the 4-sided stitch on our YouTube channel in 1 minute. 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So anyway, the four-sided stitch. I actually did this myself
You
this
did this?
week because
you want to
Lisa
bring it
was
over?
away.
I was away.
You were
Yeah.
on vacation.
I was on vacation. I couldn't do some research, so
Actually, you're still on vacation, right?
I still am on vacation. Yes, I don't officially come back to work until Monday.
Can you believe
Yeah.
it? She comes in because she loves you guys, and this is the truth. She doesn't want to miss the stitch alone, even though she's on vacation, because she loves being part. And
I love being part.
we both
Mhm.
do,
Mhm.
interacting with you guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
It's one of the things that I don't know. I think I'm going to really miss
Yes.
when the
Yeah.
when the day finally
When
comes.
the day finally comes, we I don't want to talk about that right now.
No, we're not
No.
going to. We're not
Yeah.
even going to think about
No.
that because we're
Yeah.
still in it.
We're still in it.
We're in it definitely till the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else did I find out? Oh, yes. Don't mistake the four-sided stitch for a faggot stitch. It's at some
yes.
point,
Yeah.
which is created diagonally.
Absolutely.
Usually used in hardanger decoration around the outside. Where else is it used? Probably in 16th, 15th, 16th, 17th century samplers. They do a lot of diagonal.
Faggoting.
Yeah. And I've also seen that they use that particular stitch when they're doing diagonals to divide off one section in a sampler from another, or lettering. Because they use the four-sided stitch for letters of the alphabet in those old samplers.
Okay.
So I have a funny feeling they use the four-sided stitch and then they use the faggot for the diagonal, and the faggot for the diagonal, and then a four-sided stitch. I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
So, but the effect on the front is the same. They're just stitched slightly differently. Yeah. And the other thing is that the four-sided stitch reverses somewhat, so that the back looks a little bit like it says a three-sided cross stitch. To me, it definitely looks like a cross on the back, and you can see that there's a kind of what do you call that when there's a thread, the traveling thread is also there, so that's the third leg. The cross on the back and the three-sided three-sided cross stitch really looks quite decorative on the back. So that's another reason why it's used so often through the centuries.
For clothing.
Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, it would look good on the front and on the back.
And finally, there are several ways to do the four-sided stitch. One of them is as pulled, like really pulled. In other words, you take a stitch and you pull it so that the fabric threads are pulled together.
Gathered together, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that is one type of way to use the four-sided stitch, which is usually what we do. Slightly pulled or really pulled. We use that method most often. But it can also be just left on the surface.
Yeah.
Same stitch, but you just don't pull.
Yeah.
You keep it taut, but not pulled together. And finally, you can use that same stitch for drawn thread work or hem stitching. You know how you have to pull the vertical threads together in some kind of pattern? Well, it can be done with the four-sided stitch.
The four-sided stitch, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's all various different, it's the most used besides crosses.
Yes.
Which I was surprised to see, but it's true. Okay, so I've got some other examples. There is this one. Oh, do we have to say hello to everybody?
I don't know.
Okay, let's say hello. Morning from, oh yes, see, more people. Okay, there's Holly.
Morning from Oregon. Hi,
Made
Rhonda.
it. There you go.
Yeah.
And Pat's going to sign up for other Academy courses without the kits. Yes, you don't need the kits if you don't want to have them, because the patterns are included.
The PDF patterns are included with the course. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's why the courses are a really good deal, because you get all the PDFs. You can use your own materials. Jennifer says, hello, ladies. Suzanne loves that wall hanging of level 4. Gives me an idea for finishing. Exactly. Jennifer says, I love this learning series. So this is the Beyond Cross Stitch learning series. And this is one of the little kits. There are so many patterns that I still want. With retirement, will the patterns still be available? Yes. Just so you know, they will be available as patterns after the kits are sold. Once they are all gone, then we won't be making the kits anymore. We won't be including the materials,
yeah,
and the
the
threads and the needles and all that, you'll be able to download the patterns. Pat Henke wants to know, would you offer Academy courses PDF format if I can't get the kids? Oh, we just answered
Yes.
that. So nice to see you too, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Oh, we
Yeah,
haven't
good to
seen
see
you
you.
for a while. It's great to see you. I love to hear and see you both on Fridays. Try not to miss. It always inspires me. Well,
Yes.
Gail, we have not missed. I think we missed a couple because of technical issues.
I think so. Yes.
I was
Yeah,
just
but
gonna say,
other than that,
we never missed.
yeah.
I think one time this last Christmas, the Stitch Along Friday fell on the same days as Christmas and New Year's Day.
Yes. Yes. So you didn't do Christmas. I think you did New Year's, didn't
No,
you?
I did them both.
Oh, did you do both?
I believe
No, I
I
think
did.
so. Yeah, you're right there.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, because it was such a holiday,
Yeah.
Lisa did not come. But every
Oh,
other time you come.
I didn't come out, but I did watch.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, and then also I went to Hawaii once.
Yes.
I don't know, years ago, feels like.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, actually. A couple of years? 2 years?
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
But I was there for 2 weeks, and I did
Mhm.
my Facebook
You
Friday
did.
there
Yes.
at that time
Yeah.
from there. And one time I was in
Sturbridge?
New Hampshire with
Yeah.
Sue, and Sue and I got up real early and did it together. Sue Donnelly and I did one
that's
episode
right.
together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, we have done them.
Mm-hmm.
So the first four-sided stitch example I want to show you is, see this tiny little ridge right here? It's very tightly pulled, and that's definitely the four-sided stitch as I usually use it. It's a dividing line that I often use for with the same color as the background fabric.
Absolutely.
So it's in this case white work because it's white fabric, and this is one of the many 12 birthday bell pulls that we have available as leaflets. So if you're ever interested in looking for a very, very inexpensive quick gift for someone's birthday, we have these. I think there's 4 in each leaflet, right?
Yes, there's 4 in each leaflet, and then we've got also the needle rolls too, which are individual.
Okay, so they're individual. So if you just want the needle roll, you'd get the individual, like the October
That's
needle
right.
roll. But this is a bell pull version, much less stitching, and there are 4 in each leaflet.
Yes.
Just look up birthday bell pulls or birthday needle rolls
Mhm.
on our website. So anyway, that's that one. I had fun looking.
You
through.
had fun looking? That's good.
It's usually
Yeah.
Lisa who
I
does
usually
this.
pull.
Exactly. This is what's this one called now again? No, not lavender. Wisteria?
Lilac.
No, lilac. I'm
Yeah.
so silly. Okay, so lilac chatelaine, I think
Lilac
it was
chatelaine,
originally.
that's right.
And you can just see the four-sided stitch right here, right there. Again, done in a similar thread color to the background fabric. And this lilac chatelaine is a chatelaine, and also this lovely either needle roll or little sampler, which I had framed one time with rather large looking mat. You'd probably want to make the mat a bit smaller. That was the fashion then.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's the four-sided stitch again. I use it a lot. I think I use it as much as they say that was used in the Middle Ages for their samples.
I think, yeah, you've used it a lot. That's for sure.
Well, it's always handy.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's one where I used it in
Yes.
big.
Yes. You did it over 4 threads versus 2 threads.
Exactly.
And you put a bead in the center of it,
Now I
which
have to
gives
get
it a whole different look.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh no,
You
I
lost
lost it.
I think it's further down.
No, that's it right there. Okay.
Right there? Okay.
Yeah, so it's hard to see from here because we're looking in a monitor to see
Right.
that. So that has a bead inside, and it covers 4 fabric threads in this I Love My Cat sampler. And there's also these lovely green pearls that are homegrown pearls that were dyed. These are gorgeous as pearls. Anyway, I always get carried away when I have a look at the materials that were used. So this is the I Love My Cat sampler. It's okay to show the entire sampler even though we're only showing the 4-sided stitch. There's lots and lots of fun stuff in here. This is the kind of thing that you can do when you know specialty stitches.
Mhm.
Like if you
Definitely.
haven't done them, This would look very
Yeah.
daunting. Okay, are we ready for anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kathleen says there's storms coming and her internet is acting up.
Kathleen,
Yeah.
in case you have to go, goodbye, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
If you don't have to go, good.
Yeah.
Stay here. This one is called O Canada, and there is a 4-sided stitch dividing place right, oh dear, there it is, under Thea, her sampler, right there. And as you can see, it's again used in the pulled thread kind of way, which is like a dividing line. And this is called O Canada, has a lot of Canadian references to it. Those of us who are Canadian understand pretty much every single one of these. I don't know why the Canada goose and the beaver are, ours, because there should also be a moose in here somewhere, I think, for Newfoundland, as I think that's their motto.
Yes, it is.
But I didn't know that
Yeah.
at the time. And finally, this is, no, actually, second to last, Love is Patient.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to find the 4-sided stitch in this one. Can you find it? Because I did have it at one point. Oh, yes, of course. And guess who's in the middle of that?
I know. I think I should get this sampler actually. So
She wants it for free. Okay, I'm going to show you Love is Patient. And as you can see, this actually has Lisa and Bob. I put their names in because it was their wedding anniversary, I think very close to the time we finished this, and I just love it. There is the 4-sided stitch around the outside of their names with some beautiful lace inside. And by the way, when you do this for yourself, you don't have to include last names. You can put whatever you can put in there, or you can remove some of the lace around the outside and just have the border of the 4-sided stitch, which would give you lots of room.
Definitely.
To put your own words. And I think there is a number of people who have seen this one. It's a little more difficult to show this one up close, but Love is Patient is a classic, traditional looking sampler, really for that special couple in your life, the ones that you would do a huge amount of work for. Like I would do this one for my brother, or just someone who's really close to me. Like I would do one for you.
Yes. Well, you did. So thank you. I won't take it now.
Eventually, maybe you'll get it. You'll just have to be good.
I just have to be good? Okay.
Yeah, you have to be good.
Yeah.
Finally, I did want to show you this one because I also used the over 4 non-pulled 4-sided stitch on this cover. This is a lovely little summer box. First of all, I'll show you that part. You can see the box inside. It's got goodies in it. It's called Summer Box. And the outside of the Summer Box lid, you can see, is completely surrounded by 4-sided stitches all the way around the outside like that. It's a kind of an embroidered edging that works really well for this kind of thing, because it kind of gives you a border that doesn't depend on it being straight all the time. You can kind of go around things. So I really like that 4-sided stitch.
Exactly, and there it is on the scissor case.
Yeah, this is called a scissor slide, isn't it?
It is, exactly. And what happens, you put the scissors down on the bottom here.
Yeah.
And then they slide into the case.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's good. Then you can see it.
I wasn't seeing where I was, so thank you for doing that.
Wanted to pull it back so you could see the whole thing. It's really a cool thing.
There it is.
So that 4-sided stitch was really handy for that one and for the winter box.
Yes.
Summer box. Was it also on the spring box?
Yes. Spring
and
box.
And the autumn box.
And the Sturbridge box.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the autumn box.
Yes. Yes. And the autumn box.
I used that same motif kind of around the outside of those lids of those things, because it kind of is a series.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's the one that's actually the most complicated to put together, but we have a video for this one on our YouTube channel, so go look for it. That was all I found.
That's all you found? You found quite a bit.
I think so. I think I did your job really well.
You did.
And by the
Yes.
way, I did so many answers on your email.
Good. It should all be caught up by Monday when I come in. So
No, it's not going to be. I said, okay, you're going to have to wait for Lisa to come in. I can't do Lisa's job nearly as well as Lisa can.
I'll sort it out when I come in on
I
Monday.
know you will. There are so many requests and so many inquiries and so many lovely congratulations that please be patient if you have written and you didn't receive a reply quite yet. It's been hectic is the word.
Yeah.
But very, very happily so, especially very positive for most people.
Good.
Yeah, that's the thing when you decide to change something. And, you know, I'm not even like totally retired. I'm like semi-retired at this point.
Yes.
Still, people really, the outpouring of love and support and really kind words, you know, about how things that we did affected you was just really lovely.
Nice.
So, yeah. Yes, it's something that you probably don't realize while you're doing the job.
Definitely.
Got the golden handshake.
Yeah.
So I did want to also say this. Did we ever do anything with this little pattern? I don't think we did.
Well, not the shortened version, but you know that is the topper for the Celebrate sampler.
Well, it's actually the bottomer. This is the topper. This is the topper. This is the bottomer.
Yes, the bottom section. Yeah.
This is so cute,
Yeah.
and I wanted to show it to you. The Celebrate sampler, which is what we call it now.
Yeah.
It used to be called
The
birthday
birthday
sampler.
sampler.
But anyway, the Celebrate sampler, so that you can use it for anything.
Exactly. Where is? Oh, you're
in the
celebrating
corner.
in the corner right there.
It's in the corner. Has a top and a bottom that we put together, or you put together, so cutely. So if you ever have this kind of an event and that you can do a little
A portion of.
you do the top part, and that's what this looks like. Isn't that adorable?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is also the bottom part. So those are the candles that, you know, if somebody is having a birthday or a anniversary,
Yeah.
or you can put in a graduation star, you know, a
Absolutely.
gold star. I mean, there's so many things you can do with the top and the bottom of the Celebrate sampler that I thought, since we had this available, you guys really should have seen this. I just think what you did is just beautiful.
I don't think I did that.
No, the finishing around the outside.
I don't think I finished that. I think that was one of our guests that came to stitch.
Oh,
It was a
that's
gift
what
to
it
you.
was. It's a gift. Well, the gift was really appreciated, and I came across it the other day, and I just wanted to show you. This is what you can do with some of the specialty stitched designs as well. You don't have to do the whole sampler.
Yeah, I can't remember who gave that to you, but
I can't either.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very, very sad because it is one of my favorite things. Did I do this too?
yes, I believe I.
She's got the memory.
I believe you did do that.
Did you finish it? I think I
did.
probably finished it because it doesn't. It's like spread apart a little bit.
Yeah, but that happens when you're stuffing it. It
Okay.
does spread apart a little bit.
You'll want
I
to see what
think
this
so.
is. This is from the jazz sampler, and it ended up being a little biscornu with jazz sampler overtones. These are the little fleur de lis. I can't say it.
Yeah.
Fleur de lis. The little flowers from the jazz sampler itself, and then of course it was made into a little biscornu. And that's another thing I found. Both of those things were in my sewing box, and I just wanted to share them for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't even stitch of the week or anything.
Has nothing to do with four-sided stitch or anything like that.
No. Well, thank you so much for your, you know, what do you call it? Your feedback on the classes, and I think that what we got from you guys was that you're interested, but it seems to me anyway that many of you that come here on a regular basis are already really quite well versed in learning and knowing how to do stitches. And one of the other things which might surprise you guys is because you've done some other stitches, we give really good directions.
Yes.
And that's all Lisa.
Thank you. Yeah.
She does the diagrams, as you all know. She does the directions. And so you can go back, even if you come across it again, you'll go, oh, yeah, I think I know how to do that because Lisa's put in the good diagram. So even if you, you know, have only done, say, 30 or 40 specialty stitches in your life, including hardanger and drawn thread, you can always puzzle out the next newer version.
With the diagrams, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I can understand that
Mhm.
if you're much more practiced at specialty stitches, you become kind of, you go, okay, well, I've done enough
Mhm.
courses in that
Mhm.
way for now. So we can understand that
Yeah.
for sure. But it will depend. If there's interest, we will do it. But if
That's
not,
right.
then we'll have to let the academy go,
Yeah,
which would be a shame.
it would be.
Yeah. Suzanne is
Yeah.
so supportive. Thank you, Loretta. Thank you, Wanda. Yes, the four-sided stitch is an adorable stitch for sure. So as you can imagine, I am at the end of my week very, very tired. Who knew that?
Who knew I did that much work?
And it wasn't that so much. It's like, who knew that the day that we decide that we're going to, I was going to announce
that I was going on vacation.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Because it isn't like I did only yours. I did my
Yeah.
own job as well. So, phew.
Yeah.
Lisa leaving was just fine. We managed it just fine, and so did Elaine and Kathleen. Because primarily there were many people who ordered, and we thank you for that.
Yeah.
But there were also many people who emailed, and because I don't do the job, it took me about twice as long probably as it would for you. You'd go, oh yeah, I know about that, and I'll just answer this there, and
I think because I do it daily,
Mhm.
you know, it wouldn't be attacking it all at once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, you would most likely be able to sort through it
Yeah.
and know which ones had to be answered right away. And so,
Yeah.
those of you who got an answer, Thea at Lisa's desk, please, if I made a mistake, Lisa will let you know.
I'll be reading them all.
And thank you so much for joining us here this morning.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the rest of the day and be quiet and
good
recuperate.
idea. Yes.
Because I am, 12 years older than you?
You are.
And I'm
Yes.
feeling every one of them. So thanks again. We'll see you next week. And by the way, next week we're going to have a new month for the stitch along.
New part of the
Sorry.
stitch along. June will begin.
Yes, exactly. Just those of you who are waiting patiently, I did not have it ready for this week, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't even think I would, so I'm glad that I mentioned it last week as well.
I think last week we talked about it, and I said, why don't you wait until the June? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so next week we'll get the first week of June, or the first part of June ready, and it's very cute so far. I've already done about half of the design, so I look forward to sharing that with you next week.
Sounds good.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Don't you think that was nice?
I do.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Until next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.